Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. With me, Matt. We have a 44 all here on Halbe on the Western Front. And not a map on the workshop I've never seen before. Looks very interesting. Let's go for the players. As in the allies today we have Adolf. Okay. We'll just call him Giedler as the United States. We got Ugandai as Rifle Company for the United States. We have Italic Storm also the United States for the commander. And finally, Commander Section Straight Decade with Mechanized Company for the United States. To the Germans today, we have Maverick with Panzer Tactics for the Waffen-SS out the gate. Wapper with Infanteriedivision for the Wehrmacht. General Kaiser with the commander for the Waffen-SS. Orchestrated Gate with Leiter Division for the Wehrmacht. So it's gonna be like a 2v2 split kind of going on here, where both sides have two players on one side. It'll be very interesting. Also going to be a victory point game, and there's a little hill here where both sides have got easy access to. Well, at least for the American side, got easy access to victory point. Germans one is a little bit more difficult. It has some woods around it, but Germans was able to get up to these sandbags easy enough. It's gonna be an interesting map. I like this little town here in the center with the train yard going through it and everything. And we have these trenches that have been already set up, well, tank blockades. These like meant to be ditches the tanks drive into and are unable to get up from them. I think that's the whole idea. The Americans have a very easy victory point here to hold, thanks to this little hill with sandbags. Indeed, the Germans are not really having a good time on that one, that's for certain. Americans are moving about here, trying to secure more ground. Going towards the central victory point if they can manage it. Germans are getting a lot of units up here in the northern flank to hold. Americans are not going to have an easy approach here. Mechanized infantry are trying to get up through the woods in the north. Using some smoke rifle grenades to provide cover. This could be a very interesting fight because of that. Germans also moving up to encounter the Americans here. Americans have been able to get to the central victory points. We do have an American recon team trying to secure the central points here, which is good. Recon teams do capture points fast, I think. So the mechanized troops have a little bit of a fighting position up here now. Doing their best to try and apply fire. But Germans do have a lot of cover to work with here. And long range, the Germans are generally pretty superior when it comes to range fighting, especially from cover to cover. And especially if the Germans have the heavy cover, and they generally just win out. It's just a matter of time, really. Because the Americans just don't have any better weapons equipped that can help these long ranges. Just see they're just starting to cause a lot of casualties here for the United States. And the Americans are securing more of the center here. So we have some 29th coming onto the field. Much cheaper alternative. Pretty caliber rank up to on this hill here. And so it's not going to have an easy approach towards this hill. But the Wehrmacht is moving towards the town. Bit by bit getting closer. Trying to lay more sandbags about. Oh, looks like all the Germans got suppressed here by something. Looks like the American machine gun got pulled up. Once the smoke clears, that machine gun was opening fire again. Trying to keep the Germans to the ground. Actually, it's been auto-hold. No, it's just been auto-ambush. And now the 30 calibers opening fire again. Force the Germans a little bit further back. An American Jeep in the center with a 30 caliber machine gun. Another 30 caliber also set up here. Air-cooled. 29-foot carbines inside the structure. A little bit difficult for the Germans to get into proper positions. The Americans meanwhile are setting up their own 30 caliber machine guns. And the Germans have their own defense down here, making it very hard for the Americans to push up, but again the Americans just need to hold the victory point really. So the Panzer Tactics player is basically kept at bay for the moment. But one side still needs to try and get the central victory point. So the Germans might, not the Germans, the Americans might attempt it soon, but you never know. The Germans keep an eye on it. They even bring up the MG42 now to keep eyes on it. That might be very difficult. An American Jeep here. Trying to prod a little bit with his 30 caliber machine gun. Also just to provide a little bit of a distraction to allow the actual big 30 caliber set up back here. Big and big, it's the exact same gun technically. That one is just water cooled. Americans do have some cover position here in the town. They also bring up a 60mm mortar. Germans are bringing up a fort headquarters structure here for the Mthis, which will allow them to take up and also just serve as a fort base to operate from. Riflemen with these guns just holding on there as the Germans are trying to get some long-range shots with their marksman rifles. Not having much luck yet. After this is also making a push here for the town, but the Americans are dug in. They've even prepared some mines. The Germans do not have an easy approach. MG-54 is being pulled up as well from the Wehrmacht to support. There's some folks clan here. They are safe from a mine just in that spot there. They can capture the point. We need to be careful. That's a smoke grenade. As long as they don't move forward into the minefield, they should be good. Germans also trying to circle around to get into the town from your angle. See if that pays off. We do have an armored car arriving here with some American mechanized troops. Are Germans prepared to deal with that? Probably not. They have already lost the person with anti-tank equipment, the anti-tank rifle grenade. It allows them to get close, and now that MG is in trouble. Postgrenadiers are trying to get up here. But Postgrenadiers do not have any AT equipment unless you're operating with Panzerfausts. These guys do not have any Panzerfausts. The Americans are just pressing forwards, cleaning up the machine gun, and now the rest of the American infantry should start pushing. They have an opening here. Panzerfausts have been equipped here on the Stone Grenadier, but they are under too much fire. And the American infantry needs to really push up now. They have the opportunity. And you do see the mechanized infantry now coming up. Armored car gets taken out. But the mechanized riflemen are now in positions. One flash in their cover position, forced them back. Germans are on the flank though. But the Americans have gotten a little bit further. Go down here, the fighting continues along this structure. The Germans are just digging in further, and the Americans are doing much the same down here. Not really much changes in the map at the moment there. 30 caliber armed rifle moving up, trying to get inside that structure. That's double 30 caliber now. That's a lot of firepower in those two structures. But looks like the Fox Grenadiers are going to be lucky and get a Molotov off. Well, that button flasher. Let's practice your Molotov. Americans have been pushed back up here slowly, thanks to the 2-2 arriving. Laying down a lot of fire with its autocannon and machine gun. Just trying to apply some pressure. They were going in around the Pioneers and the 2-2 forced them back. Yeah, like still trying to get up closer, but it's not an easy approach. Armored rifle now being prepared. We do also have a half track with some Panzer Grenadiers now arriving. Any commander here yet from General Kaiser? Nothing. See all the Americans. Ranger, rifle, armor, and mechanized. That's a very good mix from all the American players. With variety. Well, looks like all the vehicle heavy ones on the north and all the infantry heavy ones on the south. Very intriguing. I think it's destroyed as they try to push up there. Mthis is still prepared in these woods. The Americans are just taking in further. They're in no rush. Ranger squads are now also arriving slowly. Germans to control both munitions points though, but the Americans gonna make a go for one of them. Ooh, Indian team got cleared out by the marksman rifles of the Sturm Grenadier. Germans keep their control of the point. Plus, allowed them to force those riflemen out. The Germans still maintain it, and still the victory points are practically even, because still the central victory point has not been touched. We have a half-track with some American companies in the field as well. Need to go on the field here. M20 on the move here to try and get rid of well, not really to get rid of it, but support against the Pioneers. 50 caliber machine gun opening fire. Does have been reinforced armor here, so it should be harder for the anti-tank rifle to do anything to it, as you can see. There's a pack somewhere though. I think no. But good shot there from the Panzerbüchse. Oh, it's an American AT gun. My bad. A good shot for that Panzerbüchse actually doing damage. It actually takes out the M20. And then we have the MG42 supporting them. But this is trying to creep up here. So far, they've been quite successful actually. Those marksman rifles are really paying off. There's also all the suppression stuff from the Americans supposed to be taken care of there. But attacking ranges is not going to be an easy fight. They've been calling here in the north by the Americans. Calling by the American lieutenant. Just hitting trees though for the most part, by the looks of it. You also have a German command car here. Unique to like the division. The two need some repairs. That's probably going to be facilitated fairly quickly. But machine guns set up here by the Germans. And several bunkers also being set up now. And a lieutenant for the infantry division as well. They're ensuring to have everything they need here to operate from. The lieutenant is going to lead from the front. Very brave of him. As the Americans are finally trying to take the point. Lieutenant even tries to try and prevent it, but I don't think he can manage it.
Camouflage can now be used to ambush the enemy.
And the Mthis still tries to push up through the forest here by the use of mortars and ooh, triple mortar here, that's a lot of mortars. With incendiary rounds, so there's no one of the American defenses having a hard time holding here. Very good play here from Maverick actually, just changes to mortars. And they realize the Americans are digging in. And that softens up the Americans quite well. Still no command charge here from General Kaiser. Yet they already have stormtroopers in the field. And the Germans have captured the center victory point. So now the Americans are starting to lose victory points. The United States is suffering quite heavy losses actually. Like well played on the southern flank here for the Germans. They're actually doing a lot of good work. And the Americans on the northern flank are just having a hard time pushing through the Germans up here. And all the mechanized riflemen just really cannot advance here easily. Here we have Panskin just waiting around the bush here. What had been called in? This is the command cars pulling in some artillery strike. Both sides saying just intend on bombing each other. Americans have to pull back as the German one comes in. It's a scout car, well, command car can survive artillery barrage a little bit easier. Storm Grenadiers are still fighting here, and then all the mortars is coming in. Like Mavericks make good use of all those mortars. Just applying all the pressure they need to apply. We just cannot hold this ground much longer. Demo team is doing their best to try and keep the Germans at bay, but it's too much. The Storm Grenadiers now also starting to get MG42s on top of their marksman rifle. They're a little bit bunched up though, which should make them easier to hit technically. But that MG42 just allows them to suppress the Americans easy. And just moving down out in the open, as you can see. Storm Grenadiers behind cover can do a lot of work, especially when they're properly equipped. And those mortars also just supporting is just hitting a lot harder. Ooh, and that pretty clever gonna turn around fast enough. So well played here for Maverick. Really making use of their elite Storm Grenadiers. We have a Stuart tank around here for the United States, but will that be enough? We also have a ship in the center here, which has allowed the Americans to decapture the central victory point, but the Germans are now working on the southern victory point. artillery called in on the American positions. Looks like the command car got destroyed, but the lieutenant is still alive. Germans also pushing up here. After trying to drive by it as a pack. Oh, but the pack doesn't take a shot. At least not yet. There we go. Oh, the half just gets out of range just in time. Very risky. But now there's a Sherman in the center that they have to deal with. And they don't have any AT pointing at that yet, but they can turn the pack around. They're trying to relocate it though. There's lots of machine gun fires being used here. Because the American mechanized team is trying to move up. So, like, someone is not happy about the Southern American player. As the German mortars are just wreaking havoc here. Maverick's doing a lot of good work with all these mortars. Americans finally making a move here from the central victory point. Sherman got taken out by the pack though. It's out of control. Not looking good for the United States here. Panzer coming up for the Panzer Division. Sherman arriving here now for the Rangers. And he needs to get some more troops out. Americans have dug in around the town. The Sturmgunners are just being too efficient. Using cover and moving about. The the MT-42 and the marksman rifle is just a very good combination. Oh, they have been suppressed though. Which makes them far less efficient and they have to pull back. Now the Sherman pushing up here. Germans do a Panzerfaust prepare note. Do they? No, they do not have Panzerfausts. So they cannot deal with the Sherman. A lot of the Americans are still figuring out how to push. Germans doing their best to just dig in around the victory points. And with Sherman support, they could certainly try and do something. MT-34 unpack has been moved up, however. Panzer IV has reached the front line, which the Sherman's going to have issues dealing with. Oh, never mind. Good shot there from the Sherman. The Panzer IV also got a good shot in. The Sherman has to pull back for repairs. Or the Sherman tries to pull up here. We do have a Panzer IV F1 and a pack on the field here for the Wehrmacht to try and hold it at bay. Sherman A2 also pushing up here. Packs can only be so many places at one time. The Panzer IV arriving. Pack fails to penetrate. Good rifle grenade right there. Causes more issue and allows more Americans to push up. The crew of a destroyed M20 now present. But they're dealing with a Panzer IV now. Sherman gets taken out. And there's also an MT-42 back here just covering the flank. Mechanized troops try to push up. Managed to get a little bit further, but they've been pushed back. Americans need to get that Sherman repaired. They do also have a second Sherman arriving. You have their re-echelon now. Exposed round being noted here, but can it hit because of the terrain? Probably not. Just trying to get further up. Americans on the push. Exposed round loaded. Hits the tree. Need to be careful of this pack. Sherman's being very aggressive here, mate. That's not a good idea. Sherman gets taken out. Panzer IV is just getting good shots in here. Sherman's not moving well. Gets taken out. The spare station gets set up a little bit too late.
Enemies are swarming one of our
Germans are making an assault here for the other victory point, but the Americans can probably hold this. Thanks to the ship in the center. Smoke grenades have been popped though. Americans still have no way of getting to the north victory point. The likely division is doing its best to try and keep them at bay while they're going in. Just light howitzers by the looks of it. A3 Germans are being amassed now. It's going to be way more difficult for the Germans to deal with. A3 Germans just a tad better than the A2. Scott coming up here.
One of our fighting positions is sustaining fire.
Be careful where they use the Scott. Back into the center as the German panzers just shooting into the town. So a light howitzer here in the field for the American Rifle Division.
New unit ready and on the field.
They've also got 40 HQ to sight the town, I think. Yep. Try and operate from.
Send your orders.
A3 Shermans are now almost there, all ready to push together. It's going to be a big combined push by the looks of it. Which the Light Division I don't think is equipped to handle. I don't think they're prepared for 3 A3 Shermans pushing at the same time. Looks like General Kaiser's come for Jäger. SS Jäger, a commander we don't get to see that often, so I like to see it.
Sherman ready to go.
Jäger's much more elite quality based commander, but then again, much of this is already quality elite. Like, it's just even more so. Those German mortars doing a lot of work. Just continuously bombing the American positions.
AT gun ready. Ready. Go ahead. What the hell? Ready for action.
A3 Sherman's almost all geared up. Will the Americans make a big push with this? The Rifle Division, or the mechanized rifles moving up first here. This is being positioned. Use the flare so they can see what's going on. They can tell that where the Germans are dug in. And the A3s are going to do a push. They have radio net activated and they have flanking speed enabled. So the A3s begin to advance. And ballistics get out of the way. Cause a little bit of a traffic jam. Half-track does not hold up against the Shermans here. Stuk A is going to have a hard time against Shermans. Best A3s. The ball down untouched there. There's a pack. Right down there. Artillery calling around the machine gun very good. I wanted to save that machine gun so the infantry can pull up. Explosive rounds being loaded. Good shot there on the pack, and actually they cleared out. The ball landing on one Sherman. Panzer forward J moves up to transport. But the American infantry is just not present here to move with them. Panzer forward gets taken out. Sherman did manage to get a big hole punched in the German line, but it's not enough to push through. It's just like the infantry support here. So Sherman has to pull back for repairs. More fighting going on in the center here, and the Rangers not doing too well on the southern flank. Often says has done a very good job with these mortars. More shipments are arriving though. And lots of artillery going in towards the town. Smoke and heavy artillery.
We lost a gun crew.
SS Jägers and SS Fallschirmjägers on the field as well. Unique to SS Jäger commander, obviously. US armor commander, somebody brought much armor in yet. They are dropping fuel in the base, so perhaps they're rushing for Pershing. Ooh. A3 let's get back quick. Looks like it'll just barely get back to safety. Looks like the likely Division managed to actually hold the line. is trying to push up again here. Infantry Division is doing the best it can, but it's not really working out this time. Still, they have kept the victory points off American hands. Which is bleeding the Americans' victory points bit by bit. What's it been calling here? Americans probably want to get out of Dodge quick. Yep. Just in time. Americans also trying to go for the victory point, but it's just too much. Keeping an eye on it. Machine gun up there, and then also a machine gun down there. It is keeping eyes on it. What do the Jaegers get for them? No, right, they get Gewehr 43s for their stormtroopers. It's a little bit underappreciated, I think. The Gewehr 43 is pretty good after the change to how weapon ranges work. Half a tank is coming out for the Jaegers, which will be a hard nut for the Allies. We do see an ECA coming out for the armor coming soon. Repair station has been set up here. So we also have rockets going in here. A live of some kind, called in by an American officer probably. Followed by an American push here from the infantry. No machine guns pointed at them, which allowed them to get closer. But the Germans are still plenty around, including the Hauptsturm Führer with Gewehr 43s. Mowing down the American infantry with ease. It looks like the Americans once again got repulsed. But now with the Panther, it's going to be a lot more difficult. Infantry is going for a Stu-42. Priest coming out here for the United States Rifle Company. Nothing yet for the Panzer Division. A2 Sherman coming out here for the Rangers to replace their losses. They are not having many units left. Mechanized company is trying to advance again. And use cover to cover for that approach. A3 is ready for action, moving forwards. ECA is now hit the front line. But the ECA is going to have trouble against the Panther. Let's get around behind it, but that's going to be very hard to do on this kind of map.
One of our fighting positions is sustaining fire.
Yeah, main gun lost that to the Panther. The A3s are assaulting. Cleaning out the pack. There's still another pack up there. Shermans are assaulting pretty efficiently. Ooh, big shot there from the 3-inch on the Panther, forcing it back. Just the A3s are just overrunning the position. That's been calling here by the Howman. Oh, yeah, it is a Howman. Going for some precision strikes. I don't think it's gonna work out. He's gonna get pinned. Yeah, he got pinned before he could call it in. The northern flank of the Germans have collapsed. The mechanized force that managed to push through. They lost practically everything on the northern flank. Now that's a big problem here for the German forces. The Germans still hold the southern flank. Now the Americans have stopped the bleeding of points soon, once they get that point up and going. That's going to threaten the Waffen-SS position here. It's going to be very precarious. F1 is trying to move to try and provide some support. That's going to run into A3 Shermans, which I don't think it's geared to deal with. More rockets also going in somewhere. Sherman push for the center here. That's lack of stuff to target it, but this is Stu-42. The A3 Shermans are applying pressure, more also calling by the American lieutenant. Waffen-SS has to pull further back. And ECA is ready for action again. Oh, the Panther actually got destroyed. Ooh, that's a big deal.
Enemies are swarming.
Pershing is coming up behind us, which can actually deal with the Panther. More squads being taken out. Now they're threatening the Waffen-Sensor's position. ECA took a big shot though, it has to pull back. At least as soon as the loud smoke has been popped. Americans was going for the center here. American Lieutenant trying to call in another barrage. If he took a hit there from something. Oh, we have a Tiger tank called in. Maverick has pulled forward a Tiger tank to support the northern flank with some Panzer Grenadiers at the first SS. Which the Sherman's going to have issues dealing with. Ooh, it might be overstaying its welcome though. That's a lot of American guns in the area. So far only glances have happened. Reflections. Oh, never mind. That was a good penetration there from the 3-inch. Sherman is stuck here in the center. It's lost its tracks. Made it an easy vulnerable target. Yeah, got taken out by a stew. Also, that's a normal high explosive round though.
Just lost a medium tank.
The Germans are amassing FH stocks up here as well.
Mthis ready for assignment.
Try and just hold the line. Artillery going on the American positions. Oh, very precise there. Pershing on the field. EC-80 is ready for action again. More priests are right for the rifle company. But they're still using ground around the entrance to the town. As the Americans are digging in further up with their new line. You got the victory point after all, that's the most important part to them, I reckon. Panther tank moving up here. Gets a good shit under Scott. And he actually gets taken out by another weapon. After this, Panzer Grenadiers on their assault. Trying to lead the way for the tanks. Panzer Grenadiers are really good at just making ground for the tanks after all. They're meant to support vehicles. But the vehicles aren't really moving up with them. Rangers managed to get to the fuel point down here, but that's a waste of squad. They might get mowed down. Yep. Not been a good approach down here. ACA tries to push up here, but it has to deal with Panthers and everything. Americans have secured a little bit more ground, which are definitely a pack. Forces the Sherman back. And actually takes it out.
A medium tank was just lost.
Pershing now pushes up down here. Risky with a Tiger nearby. Ooh, Tiger misses. Germans are going for the central victory point again. I don't think the Americans can hold this ground much longer. They need to make an opening somewhere else. Range gun is doing its best though.
Promotion just came in. Rear echelon troops on the front line. Prepare yourselves.
The Rangers cannot really do much down here at the moment.
Rear echelon squad ready for action.
German 76 arriving here now for the German 76, I mean. Arriving here now for the rifle company.
Enemies are swarming.
We could certainly do a little bit more. Trying to keep that stew at bay. But there's actually two stews. That's a lot of stew. Both post Grenadier squad did get mowed down now. Pershing is trying to apply pressure in the center. Artillery being called in. Panther and Tiger is on Overwatch. Decent shot there. One stock got taken out though. Americans finally making a move for the victory point again. German having the 6 leads away might be a risky maneuver. 2 Stews could just swap to heat rounds here. Might be planning on it. Oh, mobility lost there. Gonna be a stock Sherman soon. We're going stuck, and other Stu takes it out.
We just lost a medium tank.
Not looking good for the United States. But they will succeed in taking the point. Somehow. Panther pushes forward. That's a little bit too far forward, probably. Henry gets called into the German positions. And Panther's been cleared out. It's still recoverable, though. But will they go for it? That's the question. Nope. Americans just denied entirely. Probably a good call. The Infantry Division is still doing a good job just trying to apply pressure, but the Americans' line is somewhat stabilizing. So the southern flank is not being touched much upon at the moment. Germans are trying to go for the central victory point again. Stormtroopers being supported by the Stuss as the priests open fire. Sounds like super heavy artillery going in. Able to far up here. Here's our 180 gun. Tiger tank is still in Overwatch. Panzer Grenadiers are staying nearby. The Halfsturmführer from the Jägers also keep an eye on the front line with his own Gewehr 43. Tiger tank supporting him. Trying to deal with that Pershing. Fails to penetrate though. I'm not even sure who wins that fight. The Pershing has a decent chance. Oh my god! The Pershing gets a shot in the penetrates, takes out the gun, and then the 3-inch finishes off the Tiger. Just after the Tiger penetrated the Pershing. Yeah, oh, okay, that works too, I guess. You know, the Stews are still providing a lot of pain here for the United States at the center. Neither side has the victory point. So there's no bleeding going on at the moment. I'm still going for the point up here. Flak guns also being set up. And also Stu get fates. The F8s can swap between AP and high explosive, by the way, which makes them pretty good actually. They can actually deal with allied infantry formations and fortifications fairly reliably. The A3 Sherman makes it impossible to advance though. Both sides still trying to go for the victory point in the center. More Americans are rolling up, and that's a one flash in the 29th. And the Sioux just make it hard for the American infantry to push up. It's just double-barreled high explosive continuously firing at them. Tampa's doing their best to hold the line. Seeing anything heavy here for Maverick? Nothing yet. The Rangers do not really have an opening they can utilize here. They just keep the southern point completely in their control at the moment. INSF managed to get onto the point. That's gonna cause a slow bleed on the Americans again. A slow bleed, but a bleed nonetheless. It's gonna be hard for the Allies to take that point back, I reckon. Unless the Allies can get an opening somewhere else. Pershing is trying to push up here. It is using priests for support. It's just that Panther. Panther fails to penetrate. And Owl got destroyed there. Fails to penetrate again. Pershing also fails to penetrate, but does a lot more deflection damage. Because he's using a much higher caliber gun. Ooh, penetration. I don't think the Pershing wants to stay there anymore. Second Pershing has arrived though. They just need infantry support with them now. And with that, the Americans have all started pushing here. Now the Stews are no longer pointed at them. So good little opening for the Allies to use. Stews have turned around though. That's gonna lessen the bleeding a little bit. Oh, heat round straight into Sherman. But that's not a heat round, it's just a high explosive. I guess the high explosive is just that powerful. It can hit directly. Or repair stations placed up by the United States instead of everything they need over here in the center. And the priests are doing their best. Looks like the Waffen assessors mortars are relocating. Another Tiger tank is also being requisitioned. Mechanized forces are trying to do a push up here again, but are so far unable to advance. Germans have dug in a little bit further after all. And also with naval for rockets going in, it's a little bit more difficult. Heavy Calliope rockets are going into the German positions. Second Panther coming in for the Jaegers. Looks like a push for the central retreat point here by the Panzergrenadiers and the Tiger. Jagdpanzer in support as well. Grenadiers coming up behind the Panzergrenadiers. Smoke grenades being popped. And actually smokes from the mortars. That's actually really smart. Gonna buy the Germans some time, but the 105s from the pre-opening fire is gonna be white phosphorus, one of them. Very dangerous. Just burning the Germans. What's it going into the German positions up here? Calliope also coming in for the mechanized forces. And we're not easily arriving. So the Pershings ready to push again. Americans do not have many points left. Looks like the Pershings are slowly advancing. There's very little that can fight them frontally easily. Even with deflection damage, you can see how much they do. Because of those 90mm guns. While the Panther only has 76mm. Oh, good shots there from the Pershings. Oh, big shot on the side though. Oh, turret jammed. The Pershings does seem to be able to back off. Oh, another Panther here from the Light Division now. And also the Jagdpanzers and the Tiger. That's a lot of pressure for a single Pershing. Oh, Jagdpanzer needs to be careful as it pushes up. You see it also in the field somewhere. Probably is just sitting off our flanking position if it needs to. Calliope opening fire. Trying to clear out the German defenders. Hitting the flag position, very good. Here's the open blitz. And force the Panther back, but the Panther's very weakened. There are two bunkers covering the area. I mean, they're going for the victory point down here. Managed to decapture it, but I think that's going to be about it. Because the Germans are quickly rushing back in to ensure that it does not fall. Oh. Good shot standing there in from the priest again with the white phosphorus. Although I feel the white phosphorus for the priest is not as effective as it should be. Panthers on the move. They're trying to assault the American positions. They're taking a lot of hits as they approach. Setting against the assault almost immediately. But the Americans are running out of points. The Americans need to push. If they don't push, it's gonna be over. If the Germans could just apply more pressure to keep the Americans off the points, they will have this. I think the Americans realize that too. They just need to get at these points and ensure they don't fall into American hands and become neutralized. You see a 105 shipment coming out for the Rangers.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
First, you can see the repairs. But the Germans lost a lot of panzers very quickly.
We're getting the hell beat out of us. We got 75 points remaining.
It's not looking good for the Allies. The Americans really need to step up their game. Is that a Stuka? Win by one. Now, how is that simple on the point? I'm confused. Shipment 76 hitting the southwards. White Forces is doing its best to try and make openings here on the southern flank. Artillery going in on the central point. Looks like the priests have been taking some damage. Americans are being a little bit desperate now, which makes sense. They're down to very few points. And the Rangers should start advancing now. They have smoke coverage. But here comes the Mthis SS infantry. Just mowing into the Rangers as they see them. But the German infantry is just taking too many losses there. Commander section calls the GG out. I don't think it's over yet if the Allies can get on the points. It might be too late. They need to get in more points than one. 10 points left is not enough. 8 points. And the Allies decapture a point with how few they have left. They need to just push now. They do not have any other option. The Allies will manage to decapture it with 3 points left. The battle still goes on, at least for a little bit longer. But the Allies are suffering heavy losses by doing this. Like the Pershings are being forced forward too much. That Pershing might be lost. And the Panther might actually win out. No, never mind, Pershing wins out. So the Panther's coming up. So it's been popped. And the Americans just need to keep being aggressive now. They need to get to another point quickly somehow. They need to not give the Germans any pause. Attack has been relocated to the southern flank though. Americans are still getting onto the point. Oh, artillery takes out the Panther up here. Pershing is still holding on. Americans have managed to get another victory point here. That's increasing their chance of victory. 105, Sherman moves into the side of the Tiger though. Tiger fails to penetrate. The Allies might be able to turn this around if they can just keep pushing. Pershing gets taken out though. That's a big loss there for the United States to do. And here the Pershing just fits to get taken out again. Desperate attempt to try and use the turret to try and take out the Panther. And the Americans, I don't think, have the firepower to just keep pushing. Rangers are certainly doing a good job down here with the White Phosphorus support. They need to get to the central victory point and ensure this point does not fall into German hands. More Calliope rockets also going out. Applying all the pressure they can. The Germans are in no rush, to be honest. They can wait this out a little bit longer if they need to. Because we're trying to make a push in for the central point. But there is a Jagdpanzer keeping an eye near it. And then that's now it's 242 on the southern flank, which the Ranger's not really equipped to deal with at the moment. And the Storm Grenadiers are just being too efficient. Tiger Tank is now on the move for the south. Germans have managed to push up here for the northern victory point. Americans have decaptured the central victory point. They're not going to be able to keep it decaptured, I think. Jagdpanzer can just slowly take shots here towards the Germans. Link Corps tossed to the 29th. Oh, that's brutal. I think this might be over for the United States. So a decent attempt at a comeback, but I don't think they can hold it any longer. They do manage to get it onto the North Victory Point again. For how long? We also have some rockets going for the Germans now. Some Panzerwerfer rockets. The Americans just running out of steam here. Like one mistake and they basically lost, and looks like it's going to happen soon. Tiger Tank is going to make it impossible for the Allies to get this point back once the Germans take it. Or at least fast enough. More 29 are trying to go for the central victory point though. But machine gun is pinning them down. Like brave attempt from the Americans, but it's just prolonging the inevitable, I think. This has been quite a long stalemate, but the Germans are about to win. The Allies have been able to push forward. And with the jumbo Sherman arriving, it's going to arrive a little bit too late, I think. Yeah, that's going to be the end of the Allies. I don't think they can get to a victory point in time. And the victory points go out about there. Well, quite a match. A long battle into a stalemate. Hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.